Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a in-depth review on this Samsung Powerbot. It's model R7040. The cool thing about this is it's got Wi-Fi built in, and so you can actually install an app on your phone which will basically let you um, put in some controls and features. You can control the actual bot itself using your phone. It'd be like almost like a remote control, like if you're doing like a remote control car or whatever. You can actually use your power bot itself for that feature. And also with the app, you can set up the schedules to have it automatically start cleaning around a certain time every day, or manually tell it to start vacuuming, so you don't have to go up to the actual unit itself and push the button to clean. And let's get on with the review. And here's the actual unit itself. So basically you're getting the actual vac right here, and it comes with the docking station and then the AC adapter. And also it comes with this remote control. This remote control will give you basically the basics. Turn it on and off. This is basically how powerful you want the suction to be. You've got the arrow keys and everything. The middle one will actually, the play button, that will actually have it to start vacuuming, or you can pause the vacuum. It'll just stop where it is. And you can use the arrow buttons to basically to manually control where the vac goes. The only major thing that you need to know on this remote would be this button, where if you push it, then the vac will stop what it's doing and go back to its base and recharge. The other buttons is kind of redundant. You can do everything from the phone app itself. So I have never used those buttons down there. So the actual vac, there are a couple things that you'll pretty much notice. You've got this right here, which is the dustbin. To actually take it out and empty it, you just push this button, it pops right out, and you just pull it apart, which is right here, where it will separate the actual dustbin from the filter itself. This filter is actually taken off from the inside, and you will. I've actually pretty much just cleaned it like once a week. So you just pull it apart like that. The nice thing is it actually separates the bigger pieces. The bigger pieces like hair and everything, it gets into this area, while the smaller pieces is just like mostly dust. And that the filter itself, it comes off just by pulling this part, and you can clean the filter from there. If you look on the bottom of the vac, you will see that it's got these two big wheels. This helps it go around obstacles, and you can basically do a 90-degree to 180-degree turn, like just by staying in one spot. The roller itself, you'll see you can open it by taking these two tabs out, and it just pops open. You can take out the actual roller, clean up under it. And I've been using this for basically 3 weeks. And if you look, usually on your vacs, you'll have like hair that kind of gets tangled up in these rollers. And this, if you've seen, I've only cleaned it once. And that was basically the first time I used it, where it got a bunch of hair. And that kind of tore up these areas right here. But After that, that's been it. This hasn't gotten any hair on there ever since. The charging pads itself are these two right here. That is what connects to, if you look on a dock, these two spots. So whenever it needs to be charged, that's what it connects to. And if you notice on the bottom, there's actually a hard on and off switch right there. So if ever you need like a hard stop to turn off the power completely, that's what you would push. If you look at the actual unit, you'll see the LCD screen. So you got the regular battery. This means you're getting that internet connection, and the battery is currently full. So if you're wanting to use it, you can either, like, basically if you wanted to start vacuuming, you can tell to just push this button right here. That button is basically to tell to go back to the dock and recharge. This is for the spot cleaning. You push that and it'll basically clean a certain spot, as well as it can. So to start this up, like I said, you can either push the button right here, or if you go on the remote, just push the play button. I've noticed if you look on this carpet here, it's one of those really thin. It's one of those really thin carpets. Instead of going over it, a lot of times it will actually push it up into like a big, will kind of crumble it up and push the actual carpet itself. So if you see what it's doing right now, it's going to keep pushing it until it kind of figures out, oh, I need to go around it. But all in all, it actually goes, it maneuvers around the obstacles pretty well. The only other issue I've noticed is if you look at my entertainment center, the height on that is actually just enough for the vac to go under it. And whenever it gets under there, it kind of catches on to like the power cables or the speaker cables and everything that I've got down on the bottom. A lot of times on this vac, it'll actually go up to the obstacle or go up to where it actually needs to stop, but it doesn't hit it very hard. It just kind of maybe more of like a little light tap, and it will know to go back the other way. And usually the vac will just go in a back and forth motion. If you see right there, it goes up to the edge and kind of goes around. And here it is trying to get stuck under the entertainment center again. And I should probably get it out of there before it starts sucking up any of those cables I got. So a cool thing is if you use the actual remote, you can actually turn it around and tell it to get out of there. You can control it manually. So it's basically like a little remote control car, which kids will just have a ball out of it. You just tell them, hey, you want to help me do some cleaning? You can use the remote control and do it this way, which they will love it. And when you get to a spot where you want to tell it to start cleaning again, just push the power button or push the play button right here. A nice feature on this is that the vac itself will automatically adjust its power to what type of surface it's on. So if you're on like a hardwood floor or like any type of tile or marble, then it will actually go and have a lower suction compared to if you actually have it go onto like a carpet or a rug. Then it will turn up the power, turn up the suction, and everything will be a lot stronger in that regards. So sometimes if you look at it right now, it's kind of getting confused on where it's supposed to be going. But once it gets its bearings back, then it should be good to go. The vac itself is actually able to go over some small bumps. So if you look right here where I've got the threshold from the wood floor to the tile, it's able to get over that. A thing I've noticed that it's got issues on where it actually gets confused would be anything like a table. So it's not able to clean under the tables because of the obstacles such as the chair legs. I've noticed that it kind of just goes under there. These sensors are kind of going wild. It just keeps spinning back and forth, turning around and around. So if you're needing, that would be something that you're going to be needing to manually do as far as cleaning itself, because the robot's not able to get under there. So if you look on this threshold here that I've got, this is actually pretty high and it's able to get over that no problem. And so usually this vac is going to basically be going back and forth. There are some times, like I said, when it gets confused where it's just going in kind of like random directions. It'll be just going in like zigzags. You don't really know what it's doing. So if you notice how it actually will just stop before it gets to the obstacle instead of just running into it. So all in all, I think this vac itself is a great addition to the home. It keeps, your actual manual cleaning time to a minimum, and it does everything that, you would expect it to do. The only thing you need to do, on top of that is just empty that dust bin every day, and it takes care of the rest. So on a full charge, I'm using with hardwood floors and a little bit of carpet. I've noticed that the battery on here will last about 45 minutes to an hour. And then whenever it gets low on battery, it actually goes back to its dock and starts recharging. Whenever it recharges, if you look on this actual display right there, you'll see kind of like a graph showing you that it's charging and what the battery life is at currently. And recharging it takes roughly, I would say, an hour and a half. And then you will actually go back and finish cleaning if it hasn't finished itself. As far as noise level on this vacuum, I wouldn't say it's too loud. I could be in the next room with the door closed and I wouldn't hear it at all. Um, but this is running on hardwood floors. If you go into if it starts vacuuming any type of carpet, of course, it's going to get only a fraction louder, where it's going to be more of like, I would say roughly about 50 decibels to around like 60 decibels. And this is what I did right now. I just pushed the pause button on there and it's basically in standby mode. If I want to start again, then all you have to do is push that button and it's going to start right back up. So here we have the manual control mode. You can tell it to vacuum however you want. Go wherever you want it to go. I've noticed if you push the return home button, which is this, if you are not that close to the actual dock itself, it gets confused and doesn't go back. So if you can see right here, I'm roughly 20 feet and it's going completely the opposite direction. So let's put it back into manual mode. But as far as when it's on automatic, it does a pretty good job going back to the dock. But it's just if you're running it under manual mode, it kind of gets confused. So now here we are about maybe 10 feet from the dock, and let's try the return to charge button. So you see, looks like this time we got success, and it turns off the actual vacuum itself and just goes back to charge. And so you look on the display now. If you've got those little bands going up, it's charging and it'll stop charging once the battery is full. Well, that's my review on this Samsung Powerbot 7040. If you have any questions, shoot me some comments below. And if you like what you see, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and tap on the bell notifications to get all my updates to my channel as far as reviews. And thanks for stopping by. Bye.